Hello, I'm Andrew Solorio. I am recording this video for my Project 2 Mythbusters and Intelligence segment. I apologize it's so late, but better late than never. So I'm gonna just get into it and explain what's going on. So the main question of this whole project is, does intelligence change based on time, emotion, or physical state? Can performance vary throughout your day? Personally, even before the research, before doing reading and all the writing and understanding of, I personally think that yes, I do feel there are moments where I am a lot dumber, and then there are moments throughout the day where I'm far, far smarter, and throughout weeks as my emotions change or how stressed I feel, so on and so forth. How quickly I act does change throughout the day. Yeah. So intelligence does stay mostly stable. Everyone has a level of intelligence that stays around the same point. And I feel like exhaustion comes into play, emotion, stress, time, any outside factor, people in the vicinity, the general vibe can also affect how one's rhythm affect how one's rhythm can change their intelligence and how they act and think at some point in time. So overall intelligence stays mainly stable, performance changes on time of day, and the rhythm affects thinking and overall alertness. Like I feel like I guess for an example, like let's say you're at a party, you're not gonna be that very alert. You're gonna be having fun, chatting. You're not gonna be thinking about math and how to do the quadratic formula. And no one's gonna ask you for the Pythagorean theorem, so on and so forth. But let's say you're at a math test. You're a bit stressed. You studied the night before. You're gonna be more understanding of what's to come and more quickly to adapt for whatever this mathematic test is. So your intelligence still at least slightly elevated, or at least your performances for the math test, while something like the little party you're having does change overall. So why does it change? Time of day affects focus and energy. Like right now, it's for me around 4:30. I feel I'm most awake right now compared to the morning where I couldn't even get out of my bed. I feel a lot more energetic, more prone to thinking, contemplating what I'm gonna do later. Again, compare like the morning where I literally could not get out of bed. My only thought was sleep and sleep. And overall, I do think this is just from personal moments. Sleep and physical condition does impact the brain performance. There are studies that do talk about it. On some of the references I did read through shows of a wide margin of examples of how sleep and physical condition can impact the brain performance and how intelligent it can be throughout the day, which I do agree. So, testing this theory throughout the week, I did try testing it. I did throughout different times of day. I'd try and do a quick test and I'd time myself how quickly it would take me. A small little math test, and I did realize around this time actually I would be at my fastest on answering these questions, and my emotions and overall condition did play a huge margin. Like sometimes when I get back from work, I do this little math test. The questions are always random, but I do the math test, and that'd be when I would be most exhausted and I was rather slow. But then on my days off, when I didn't really have much stress, I would be more quicker and I adapt faster to the questions that were being asked of me. So to the conclusion, intelligence overall, from like if you're to put it in a graph, it wouldn't be a huge change where it'd be like you gotta go to the doctor. This is concerning, but more in I should have added an image, but So I'd say the line would be stable overall, like a straight line, but then there'd be random curves that go up and down, like in those usual graphs about money that you see, like the overall performance. It overall has a similarity. It's always around the same state, but at certain days it's far higher, and then other days far shorter. So I do believe that a day-to-day basis, emotion, physical, mental health can overall affect how one acts. And if you don't believe me, ask my mother. She genuinely believes I can be very dumb. And then she sees my grades, and then she's like, maybe you're not. I overall myself, I can't tell. Feel pretty dumb sometimes. But these are my references. I will add a the Google Slide document with it, or the PowerPoint presentation alongside the YouTube video if you want to check out the PowerPoint. I know it wasn't that much text because it didn't really fit. I wanted to be a far quicker video. So apologies on that, and apologies that it's so late. If there's anything wrong with it, if there's something I missed with the assignment, please let me know and I will re-upload it. I'll redo the whole thing if necessary. Again, sorry it's so late. I have been struggling with a lot of things, but excuses doesn't get work done. So bye bye.